Bienvenidos, and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we have such an exciting show, as we're making a dish that's perfect for any time of the year, as you can serve at room temperature or even chilled on a hot summer's day. We're talking a Mediterranean Orzo salad. And let me tell you, this is not your typical pasta salad. This is the next level goodness, as it's filled with layer upon layer of so many great textures and flavors. It's easy to make, where there's no tricky techniques or weird equipment needed. And the best part, it's all done in a little over 20 minutes. Folks, serve this Orzo salad as a side dish, next to some pan-grilled fish, or even as a main course, as it certainly has enough protein to it. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna make you feel like $1,000,000. All right, let's just jump right into this. I'm gonna fill a stock pot with some water. You wanna go to a little over the halfway point. Then we'll season generously with sea salt and heat it with a high heat. While the water's heating, let's start prepping the Orzo. I'm going to measure out 8 ounces of Orzo, which is 1 1/4 cups, or about 225 grams. And I tell you, certain people confuse Orzo with rice as it has a similar shape, but by all means it is pasta, as it is made with durum wheat. Once the water comes to a boil in the stock pot, we'll add in the Orzo. And we're going to cook it until it's just al dente. Important to check the package instructions in the Orzo you're using, that way you cook it right on the money. And you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get it every 2 minutes or so. That way the Orzo doesn't stick together and it all evenly cooks. Once the Orzo is just cooked al dente, we'll remove the stock pot from the heat and drain the Orzo into a colander and rinse it under some cold water. This is not only going to stop it from cooking, but it's going to bring it to room temperature. Then we'll shake off any of the excess water and transfer the Orzo into a large bowl. For the next step, I'm going to drain a can of chickpeas into a colander and rinse the chickpeas under some water. Size of the can that I'm using is 15.5 ounces, which is 440 grams. Then once again, we'll shake off any of the excess water and add the chickpeas over the Orzo. We'll also add in 1/3 cup of chopped red onion, which is 50 grams, half a cup of chopped English cucumber, which is 75 grams, half a cup of chopped red bell pepper, which is also 75 grams, 1/3 cup of sliced Kalamata olives, which is 40 grams, and 1/4 cup of chopped fresh basil, which is about 15 grams. Then we'll season with sea salt and a generous portion of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. For the final step, let's make the homemade dressing. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil into a bowl, which is 45 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here is what truly makes the difference. Make sure you get the Spanish one I'm using from Orzo in the description box below. We'll also squeeze in 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, which is 15 milliliters. Finely grate in 1 clove of garlic. As always, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely chop it. Add in 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, which is 1 gram. And season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a whisk until it's well mixed together. Then we'll pour the dressing over the Orzo salad. And once again, we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. And finally, we'll add in 1/4 cup of crumbled feta cheese, which is 60 grams, and give this one final mix. And once again, you can serve this at room temperature or even chilled, as it'll hold in the fridge for up to 3 to 4 days. Either way, check it out. Our Mediterranean Orzo salad is done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in a little over 20 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, a Mediterranean Orzo salad. This looks absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to try this. Here we go. Too much foul. One more bite. This right here is what honest home cooking is all about. Because we've got such basic ingredients, we got so many flavors out of this. The Orzo's beautifully cooked, it's got a great texture to it. The rest of the ingredients, that lift of goodness and that homemade dressing, taking this to the next level. Easy to make, heart healthy, give it a try at home. Once again, as a side dish or even as a main course. Either way, the kind of food that's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Patricia O'Brien, Colin Holloman, Robert Gerhart, and Andrew Scotchmer. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.